I was developing a real love for champagnes in the early 90s, and on New Year's Eve, 1992, I came to this very bar and was sitting over there in the corner when my friend and then bartender Murray Stenson served me an absolutely fabulous bottle of Krug Rosé. I just about fell out of my chair when I tasted it. I asked him, Murray, why can't we have this every night? And he said, well, Evan, on your salary, you probably can't afford it. I said, well, okay, but why can't I have just a glass of it anytime I want? And he proceeded to explain why a restaurant can't serve an expensive 10th cuvee by the glass. He told me that once the bottle is opened and a glass is poured for a customer, the chances that the rest of the bottle will go down the drain are nearly certain. And if you're talking about a $200 or $300 bottle of champagne, the pain of dumping that out at the end of the night is even worse than if it's a cheap bottle. So he said, that can't be done. We can't serve this by the glass. I got to thinking of it as the night progressed, and it didn't seem like that was all that difficult of a problem to solve. So we started on it the very next day. I met him down at the bar when he was doing inventory after New Year's Eve, and he sent me away with a box full of corks and caps and levers and things. And by the end of the day, I realized that this was not going to be a simple problem at all. 14 years later, we finally have a solution that we consider to be absolutely perfect. Perlage Systems is a device that is intended for the preservation of open bottles of champagne that completely eliminates any waste associated with the service of champagne by the glass. The Perlage system is really quite simple. The product seeks to return the headspace of the champagne bottle back to the original composition and pressure of gases that existed right before the cork was taken out of the bottle. In so doing, the champagne essentially doesn't know that it's been opened. The Perlage system is tremendously easy to use, and that's one of its greatest benefits. The whole process takes place in a couple easy steps and only takes 5 or 6 seconds to do. After a bottle of champagne has been opened and a glass or two has been poured for a customer, the bottle is put in the Perlage enclosure and repressurized with carbon dioxide. It's very simple. Here's how it works. First, an open bottle is placed in the safety enclosure. The cap is screwed on, and the headspace of the bottle is repressurized. It's just that simple. The whole process takes only a few seconds, and the bottle is returned to exactly the state that existed before the cork was popped. Restaurants that have been using the products report that they simply have not had to throw away any champagne since they began using the Perlage system. So when a customer next orders a glass of champagne, it can simply be served right from the enclosure. It's very simple. Properly resealed and repressurized with the Perlage system, the champagne will stay like this for weeks or even months. I'll drink to that.
When Evan first proposed the idea, it was quick, easy, efficient, no waste. You could use high-end product without losing anything. I thought that the carbonation would differ from what was originally in the bottle from brand to brand, and it doesn't. Evan is a trained physicist, and he understood it better than I did, and it works. Sure, we have a lot of other restaurant employees that come in here, and so we have a lot of people that deal with different systems in their own restaurants and bars. And they were, skeptical, as I was, but night after night they would come in here and sample it, and there was not one single negative response. People are starting to learn about it, and I kind of ironically, I think they're learning about it more from the bottom up than from the top down to the bottom, because it's more like the restaurant employees that have been sitting here have been going back to their restaurants and bars saying, hey, new invention out there, it gives us the opportunity to offer good high-end champagne without any waste. And I think the distributors are starting to catch on to it now, hearing about the buzz coming from the bar biz.
When we initially began delivering this product to restaurants, We told them that we believed the return on their investment would be something between 3 and 6 months. We were shocked to find out that the return on investment could be as little as 2 weeks. In fact, in one particular case, Canlis, one of Seattle's oldest and most venerated restaurants, ran a promotion with the Dom Perignon using their brand new Perlage unit. I got a very excited phone call from their sommelier saying that they had gone through 4 bottles of Dom in just a matter of hours after opening. Their return on investment in this case was 3 hours, not bad.